This is Evan Lace, also known as Lace Creationz, and you're listening to On the Back Burner podcast. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm an acrylic-based artist. I design acrylic paintings with a very pop art-oriented style that has my own personal twist on it. I also like to incorporate various styles of psychedelia and various references to pop culture and world issues. And amongst, things like nature and other simple subjects as well, I like to provide a variety of themes of my work, as I believe variety is the spice of life. As far as, what I do, there's an inspiration to it all, and there's an origin to my story. And, how did Lace Creationz come into being, and what inspired me to start creating? So, when I was 19, I went to, my very first music festival. It was called Hoopla in the Hills over in Athens, Ohio, or you could also call it Soupla in the Swamps, being that on Saturday that weekend, it rained and snowed the whole time, and mud was covering my legs all the way up to my kneecaps. And when I was there was a community of visual artists who had their work lined up all along the stages where the bands and artists would perform, and they would be, painting to the music or just painting to anything in general, their thoughts, or, anything that popped into their mind, which is, what I do. I paint, what is around me and what I find inspiring, and I just adopt, things that I see in day-to-day life, whether it's real and in front of my face, or if it's something I see through social media or through some sort of event story. There's always, an inspiration for everything. And, I was inspired by seeing these visual artists at the music festival and a few festivals after that, that same year. It really brought me out of my shell because I have been doodling since I was a little kid, and I've always, had a knack for drawing, and I was always relatively good at it. And I figured, I could be doing this, I could be putting myself out there, I could really, do something with myself in regards to my talents and put it to good use, not leave it on the back burner per se. I figured that it would be nice to bring myself out and give it a try, and it turned out to be a major success for me, and I'm still plowing through each day, creating and finding my niche more and more. There's still some new ideas that are afloat, and I'm willing to get myself inspired by, all sorts of various circumstances and other artists that happen to be creating, and it's been glorious to say the least. I'm very happy with, my artwork. I'm very happy that I'm creating now, and I'm happy, that I've discovered communities of visual artists who market themselves and market their craft and work alongside other artists and help bring each other out of their shells, And I like to do the same thing for other people now. I like to inspire others. I want people to see what I'm doing, and I want people to be inspired by me, because I believe we all have our own creative niche inside of us, whether it's painting, whether it's cooking, whether it's engineering. We all have some sort of artistic bend, and art, exists on a wide spectrum. And what is my favorite part of being an artist, and what am I most passionate about in regards to what I do? So my favorite part of being an artist is being able to express myself, being able to send out messages that I want to convey, having fun with it, because I find it to be an enjoyable and soothing process, tuning out your surroundings and, getting yourself in tuned to what's on your mind and bringing that out for all the world to see, and seeing who picks up and resonates with your style, and you can meet all sorts of various connections of all kinds. Generally me, myself, and I want to meet other creators and other artists to see if I can collab with anybody, to see if there's any projects I can work on, to see how I can get inspired in various ways. That's what I'm looking for the most part. But I like to connect with anybody of all walks of life and learn their stories and get to know them better. So there's the whole community part about, being an artist that I find very favorable. I'm most passionate about doing the thing. I'm most passionate about, using it as a type of language, because there's a lot of symbolism that goes into artwork, personal symbolism or worldly symbolism. It all ranges on a wide spectrum of themes. And I think, utilizing artwork as a form of communication and a language per se is a favorite part about that. And I'm most passionate about connecting with others through a creative flow, and seeing where my creations take me, and utilizing that to the fullest extent, so I can find my tribe and find people that share the same niche that I do. And what business services do I offer? You can find me on Facebook, with my page, Lace Creationz. Follow me on Instagram at Lace Creationz. Follow me on Twitch at Lace Creationz. I live stream my artwork, and I show you the process and build up of how I create my pieces in my live streams. And Twitch is a very interesting community. You can communicate with other content creators and learn about their story and learn about what inspires them creatively. So yeah, you can follow me on Twitch at Lace Creationz, follow me on Instagram at Lace Creationz, follow my Facebook page, Lace Creationz. I don't use Twitter, but I still have an account at Lace7. A YouTube channel with like 3 videos, and I don't really utilize that. I prefer the live streams, but I guess you can hit me with a subscribe at Lace Creationz. And if you want to find everything that I do social media wise, I have a Linktree account, Linktree/Lace Creationz. You can find me on there, and you can follow me on all of my apps. And I have my own official website as well, lacecreationz.com. You can buy t-shirts, you can buy prints, you can buy pins, and you can buy stickers. And here's my newest piece. It's the Taco Cat t-shirt. You can buy it from medium to XXL, and the Taco Cat t-shirt is just inspired by the palindrome Taco Cat, because Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat. And I think that makes for some very dope artwork, and the design that I created in regards to that piece turned out most excellently. And you can, view every piece that I've created on Facebook and Instagram. And, as far as, the messages I try to send out to my audience, a lot of the times, I like to keep it simple and do fun, lighthearted stuff. But then there are some pieces I do where I get dark and serious, and I like to reflect upon world issues or anything deemed conspiratorial, because I feel like, we're living in a very wacky world with a lot of unpredictable events happening around us. And we got to shed light on it. I feel as if artwork could be utilized to expose injustices and expose anything you find corrupt, such as the old school political cartoons. And I think, a lot of these old school political cartoons can be utilized today to convey those messages. And I'm not designing any of the old school political cartoons that you find a Sunday comic strip. I do my own acrylic paintings to convey those messages, and I also do colored pencil and Sharpie work as well. I draw anything of any theme. I'm a jack of all trades in that regard. But at the same time, when it comes down to the subjects regarding world issues and all that, I utilize, exposing that to shed light on the subject and see if anybody agrees with my mindset, and see if anybody thinks that, there's these various problems at hand that need to be addressed. What can we do as a community to work together? And it doesn't resonate with everybody, and I haven't exactly amassed a personal army of some kind against that sort of ordeal, but it's still nice, to utilize that to find people who think alike and build friendships and connections off of that, and see, what we can do to make the world a better place. And that's another thing, to do with, sending out messages and artwork, is convey ideas as to how you think this world could be a better place. But sometimes, I like to just design things that, pertain to some of the bands I like, whether it's local or whether it's an international level band. I love live music. I love painting at music venues. You can catch me at Legends Bar and Venue in Cheviot quite a bit. Amongst other venues as well. I also like to do local events like Art on Vine in Cincinnati and all sorts of various art shows. I like to keep my mind open to various ordeals, and there's also a handful of music festivals that you can catch me painting at. And describing my style of artwork, as you know, and I've already explained earlier, it's pop art with a twist. I guess you could say I'm inspired by, well, I wouldn't say inspired by, because I kind of get in my own zone, and being the artist I am, I like to focus on my own artwork. I don't really like to focus on the artwork of historic artists that have existed before me or currently exist. But I guess you could say there's like a blend of styles with like people like Andy Warhol or people like Peter Max. Pop art mixed with the psychedelic element, and Peter Max definitely incorporated that with the Beatles' Yellow Submarine artwork. And I definitely see that within my style quite a bit. And I have a process of mostly using Posca acrylic paint markers. They're from Japan. There's a lot you can do with them. They're clean. You can bring them on the go with you and not make a mess. So I highly suggest trying out Posca acrylic paint markers if you want to paint on the go or paint at a venue. They're very useful, and you can make some beautiful stuff out of it. And give me the benefit of the doubt when I say that. And as far as events coming up, I bring a table, I bring my easel, I bring blank canvases, and I sell my work. I'll bring my finished paintings, pins, prints, stickers, and t-shirts, and I'll vend. And I'm going to keep building my inventory as I amass myself more and more each day. I'm going to keep on climbing, and I will stick to my guns. So I will continue to build my inventory and see what other products I can market. And I like to be innovative. I want to learn new things and see what I can do that's creative and goes outside of the box. And you can catch me August 23rd through 28th at Cuapalooza, hosted by Quentin, aka Cubert Cider, at Legends Bar and Venue in Cheviot. There's a lot of bands playing each day. It's $15 a day or $50 for the whole week. And you can, watch some great music. You can hang out with your buddies, meet new people, check out some new bands, discover some new Lace Creationz artwork, and take it from there. And on August 28th, I will be vending the Queen City Artisan Festival in Cincinnati, located at Washington Park from 12 to 6 p.m. There's going to be a large variety of arts and crafts vendors and food trucks. Come down to that, you can support some local artists and craftsmen, and support what they do, because a lot of us really do work hard to share our craft with the world, and trade and exchange ideas and tools that can help us in everyday life, and we pour our hearts and soul into it. So I really suggest checking those events out. And thank you once again, everybody, for coming to this self-interview of Lace Creationz for On the Back Burner podcast. I'm very grateful for anybody who has taken the time to listen to me, who has taken the time to learn from me. And if you want to learn even more from me, hit me up on my socials. Facebook, Instagram, Twitch are my three primary social media apps you can reach me at. Feel free to shoot me a message, and I will explain more about myself than what I had just presented. And I hope you all have a great rest of the day or rest of the night. And much love to everybody out there, and I will keep doing the thing, and feel free to express yourself in any way possible. Peace.